Good morning, all of you. Today I am giving a lecture 1 of unit first, and it's lecture on based on etching which are using the nanotechnology, how it is fabrication process in use etching process. So in this lecture we are discuss about etching and wet etching and dry etching, how it will be fabricate and how it will be work, and what is the role of wet etching and what is the role of dry etching. We will discuss about this. So in the first slide we are discuss about what is the etching. Etching, the process that remove material from surface after lithography is done. So what are the process? The materials is available on a wafer, and this wafer, this layer of we can say, let us some impurities we can remove from this layer. So this is called etching. Etching remove those part of substrate which was not mask and unmask. We know what is the masking and what is the unmasking. Masking, we are cover the wafer surface, that is called masking. So which were when the masking was removed from the substrate, and it is called etchings. It also removed the part of resist which was exposed to light to give fine patterns. So we can say that's the where we want a pattern, we want to pattern design, then we remove that parts of the from the substrates. So basically etching is the process in which the material is removed from the surface, and those part is removed from the surface which are they are masking, and also the where we require some patterns, so it will be removed from the dead parts. Next one is the etching and substrate removal. It very often the substrates also need to remove in order to create very mechanical and nanostructures. Two important figures of merit of any etching process are selectivity and directionality. So the two figures are important. That is called selectivity and directionality. So these are the important things we are concerned about that, and we fabricate the wafer. Another one is a wet etching. There are two types of etching is available. That is a wet etching and a dry etching. So what is the meaning of wet etching and what is the meaning of dry etching? We are discuss about the next slide. Okay. Next one is a wet etching. What is a wet etching? Wet etching where the material is dissolved when immersed in a chemical solutions. And what about dry etching? Where the material is sputtered or dissolved using reactive ions or vapor phase agents. So it will be clear on more when the dry etching refer to the removal of a material, typically a mass pattern of a semiconductor materials, by exposing the material to bombardments of ions like reactive gases, fluorocarbons, oxygens, chlorine, boron, trichloride, sometimes we additions of the nitrogen, argon, helium and other gases that dislodge portions of the materials from the exposed surface. So a common type of dry etching is a reactive ion etching. Unlike with many but not all, see isotropic etching of the wet chemical agent used in a wet etching, and the dry etching process typically etches directionally or anisotropically. So in the figure we are showing the wet etching process. It further divides into parts, and anisotropics and anisotropic and isotropics. So what is the process? The requires is a container with a liquid solution that will dissolve the selective material thin film with a particular etching rates. So some single crystal materials such as a silicon exhibit anisotropic etching in certain chemicals. Anisotropic etching in contrast to isotropic etching means different etch rates in different directional in the materials. The classic example of this is the crystal plane sidewall that appears when the etching a hole in a silicon wafer in a chemical such as a potassium hydroxide KOX. The result is a pyramid shape hole instead of a hole with round sidewalls with the isotropic agent. So whenever we anisotropic process apply, so the pyramid shape will be forms during the isotropic agent. So this is here we are seeing the isotropic etching and anisotropic etching. We are seeing the two figures in the slides. So one is the isotropic etching, another one is anisotropic etching. Isotropic etching, there is a photoresist or layer we are seeing SiO2 layer, that is a dielectric layer. On downside of the silicon dioxide layer, silicon wafer is present. So whenever the photoresist layer is applied, so it will be, we are seeing that in that way isotropic. So what occurs when the UV light is applied on that portions, so where that portion we are applying UV lights, that portion will be removed. We are seeing that way. Next we again by masking, removing, then it will be shaped on that way, in that way. Similarly, we anisotropic, we are seeing that whenever the UV light is applied on that masking layer, so it remove on that part is removed and it form in like that. So this is two pattern are we are designing for transfer etching, transfer etching, and isotropic etching and anisotropic etching. So dry etching, most dry etching techniques are plasma based. They have several advantages compared with the wet etching. These includes some small undercut. These three basic dry etching techniques: high pressure plasma technique, reactive ion etching techniques, ion millings. These are the dry etching techniques. So the classic example of this one crystal plane side was the APS, which all we already discussed about in that. So no needs to discuss about that. The dry etchings. Now the dry etching technology can split in the three separate class: reactive ion etching, sputter etching, and vapor phase etching. So in in the dry, the substrate is placed inside the reactor in which several gases are introduced. So the figure, a plasma is struck in the gas mixer using an RF power source, breaking the gas molecules into ions. The ions are accelerated towards and the reactor at the surface of the material is being etched, forming another gaseous material. If the ions have high enough energy, they can knock atoms out of the material to be etched without a chemical reaction. So that is all about the wet etching and dry etching. We discuss about some little bit discuss about wet etching and dry etchings, and in the next lecture we are discussing about some lithography process and photolithography process. We are discussing about that. So thank you very much.